When you are dealing with pathological narcissists, the narcopaths, the malignant narcissists, the psychopathic narcissist, the narcissistic sociopath, the sociopathic narcissist, the antagonistic narcissist, those that are on the bottom, especially those that are on the bottom of the spectrum, meaning that they are overlapping with sociopathy or psychopathy, or that which the clinicians are calling antisocial personality disorder, ASPD. Because again, you could have a narcissistic sociopath or a sociopathic narcissist or a psychopathic narcissist because it's a spectrum. That cluster B is a spectrum, you see. It's not one or the other, it's a spectrum, which means that it may overlap. It is important to understand, people, if you're dealing with a narcopath, you're dealing with someone that has accepted an evil spirit. Now, you may call evil spirits different names depending on the culture that you come from. So you may call them demons. I call them malevolent entities or evil spirits because that is exactly what it is at its core. And their different names are evil spirits, Leviathan, Pythons, evil jinns. Call them whatever name you want to call them. But what we are agreeing on is that that spirit is destructive. It is evil. It is against the living. Evil is life spelled backwards. It is against the living. It is antisocial in nature. It is against the building of communities. It is against the building of relationships. It destroys. It causes chaos. That evil spirit. Call that evil spirit the devil, El Diablo, Satan. Call that spirit whatever you want to call that spirit. But we are agreeing that it is an evil spirit. That is what you are dealing with in the relationship, people. When you truly understand that you were going through spiritual warfare, you will heal so much easier. I don't know where you are on your healing journey. However, if you are at the level of understanding that you were just dealing with someone with a simple mental illness, there's a lot for you to learn. And again, especially those of you that were dealing with the narcopaths. It is where narcissism and sociopathy or psychopathy overlap. Those beings. I'm talking to those of you that have seen the black eyes, that have seen the reptilian eyes, that have seen the shadow figures, that are experiencing sleep paralysis and things attacking you in dreams. I'm talking to you specifically. There are others of you that may be listening to this audio or watching this video that have not experienced any of this. This video is not necessarily for you. People, if you are dealing with a narcopath, you are dealing with an evil spirit, the devil incarnated in human flesh. That is what you're dealing with. And you will heal so much better when you truly understand that you are in spiritual warfare. That entity was trying to break you at your core. It attacks your spirit. It's spiritual warfare. It's spiritual abuse. It's mental abuse, psychological abuse, emotional abuse. They're attacking your willpower. They're trying to break you down. They're trying to break your will. Some of you also have went through physical abuse, sexual abuse, etc. That is why narcissistic abuse is different, people. It includes just about every single type of attack that you can imagine. It's not merely just financial abuse. If somebody's coming just to financially abuse you, people, they're just coming after your money. Just money hungry, and that's it. But that's not just only it when it comes to pathological narcissists, the narcopaths. They're trying to take you for everything that you have. They're trying to break you at your core because it is spiritual warfare. And narcissistic abuse, people, may include every single type of abuse that you can think of. Because they're trying to wipe you out. You're trying to break your spirit. And understand, people, at your core, you are a spirit. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. You are spirit or prana, source energy, light, life force, life force, the watcher, the observer, governing a human body with the access to your mind power, your willpower, and your emotions as tools. So understand that if somebody is trying to break you at your core When it comes to spiritual warfare, people, if somebody's attacking your spirit, that is going to attack every other facet of your being. Because you're being wiped out from the inside out, and it is insidious. And on day 0, that evil spirit pretended to be like you in the love bomb. And that is the exact reason why there is a bomb attached to that word, because it is not love. Love bombing or idealization is the first step in the narcissistic abuse cycle. You are never in a mutually beneficial intimate relationship. It is not mutually beneficial. Pathological narcissists are incapable of having mutually beneficial relationships. You are in an abuse cycle. And this is why things were up and down and around, because it is an abuse cycle. And each iteration of the cycle is meant to break you more and more. They're trying to break your will. Break your will to live. So all of a sudden now you're depressed and anxious and maybe even suicidal because you're being attacked at your core. And this person put on the pretense of being someone that loved you, and they hated you. You cannot love a demon, and a demon cannot love you back. Demons come to destroy. So what they do in the love bomb is they pretend to be like you. And I do mean that they put on the best mask tailor-made to deceive you. If you're a Christian, then the demon is going to pretend like it's a Christian. They will go to church with you. If you're a Muslim, then the demon is going to pretend to be a Muslim. If you're spiritual, then the demon is going to be pretending to be a spiritual being. It is mirroring you. And you will eventually see where it starts to mock you. Because it is a mocking spirit. It is a trickster spirit that you're dealing with. It does not like you. It wants to consume you. It wants to destroy you. Do not be fooled into thinking anything different. If you see in the pathological narcissist's eyes, the narcopath's eyes go full black, when they go demon mode, you know that you're not looking at a human being. Human beings do not have that ability. And I mean full black, no sclera. Human beings do not have that ability. That is not a dilated pupil. And irises do not dilate like that. That is not a human ability because it is not a human being. Because narcopaths, people, the pathological narcissists, are people that have accepted an evil spirit. That is what you're dealing with. So let's say you're dealing with someone, people, and their name is Ned or Nancy. I understand that Ned or Nancy died a very long time ago, and they were overwritten or oppressed by an evil spirit. Call that evil spirit whatever name you want to call it. It is an evil spirit. The devil in flesh form. It does not like you. It wants to destroy you. And it knew that on day 0 when it sized you up. Just like a snake. It sizes up its prey. And it waits for the perfect time to attack. And the attack is insidious because, again, they were pretending to be someone that they are not on day 0. And they will wait until they have you cornered. Cornered in the marriage. Cornered with kids. They'll wait until you're pregnant. They will wait until you move across states to go live with them. They will wait until they tell you to stop working so that you can be a stay-at-home mom. They will wait for the perfect time to attack. Because it is just like when you're boiling a frog, people. They're going to turn the heat up a little by a little and a little until you're in boiling water. because you thought you were dealing with someone that was like you. You never were dealing with anyone that was like you. They are the polar opposite of you. If you are light, if you are a light being, if you are a spiritual being, if you are a spirit, you are light force. They are darkness personified. That is what you're dealing with. Not simply a mental illness. And these people don't know what they're doing. Oh my gosh. It is just a defensive mechanism. It is predominantly an offensive mechanism. Do not be fooled. They were sizing you up. Why do you think the attack started, for example, when you were pregnant? Because they know that you were cornered. Some of you, the attacks increased when you said, I do. Because they knew now that you were invested. You bought into the mask, you see. That is what you're dealing with. An evil spirit. An antisocial spirit. It is against building. It only destroys. That is what you're dealing with. And if you encountered one of these evil spirits, people, in an intimate setting, you need to vet your parental figures. Vet your caregivers. Vet your friends. Vet the people around you. Because that spirit has been following you. It shape shifts through the different beings that are around you to figure out the best way to attack you. Some of you started drinking in the narcissistic entanglement. And that is how it gets in. It breaks you down. So now you start to break down yourself. You stop going to the gym. You stop going to the park. You stop taking walks. Because it is feeding on you. It is breaking your will. It is attacking your willpower. It's attacking your will to live. It is a spiritual attack at its core. People understand that pathological narcissists are not knowledge impaired. They are empathy impaired. They do not have any empathy to give to you. They do not have any love to give to you. They do not have any kindness to give to you. It is all deception. They do not have empathy to give to you. What you will get is apathy. And you're dealing with a cold, reptilian-like being that has predatory energy in its purest form. That is what you're dealing with. It is the energy of 1,000 hyenas concentrated, and that was what was attacking you. A predator that sized you up on day 0. They saw your light and they were trying to break you at your core because spirit is light. It is light force. So understand that in the narcissistic entanglement, people, you descended past the 3rd dimension, past the 2nd dimension, and you were down in the 1st dimension. You were down in hell with the narcopath. In the abyss. In the sunken place where you can't see up from down, you don't know left from right. That is where you were. And understand that when you get the courage to walk away, people, that takes immense strength because you broke your way out of hell, because they wanted your soul. They wanted to control your mind, control your emotions, and control your will. They wanted you to lose your soul. They wanted control of your soul, is what the narcopath wanted. And you made it out of hell. You made it out of purgatory. You broke out of the 3rd dimension. So when I say that you have no business in the 3rd dimension, I mean exactly that. You must get the courage to walk away and stay away and heal yourself properly, people, because here's what will happen if you do not heal properly. that same spirit is going to change form. And let's say you're dealing with someone and their name was Nancy. Well, you're going to find a Mary. And Mary's going to have that same spirit. Let's say you're dealing with someone and their name was Ned, the narcissist, the narcopath Ned. You're going to find someone else and their name will be Carl. And it's going to be the same spirit because it is haunting you. And you need to know how to discern spirit because people are not their bodies. They are spirit governing a human body. So as you raise your awareness, as you get the courage to walk away, as you get the courage to elevate, as you get the courage to stay on your path of ascension, learn how to discern spirits. That person that is coming in front of you that wants to date you, what kind of spirit do they have? Is it a stable spirit? Is it an unstable spirit? Is that spirit working on their mind? Is that spirit working on their emotions? Is it an emotionally mature spirit? Is it an emotionally immature spirit? Where do they fall on the Hawkins scale? Are they moving on up? Or are they stuck in the third dimension? Are they impulsive and compulsive? Does this individual have control of their will? Are they disciplined? Which means that they have been working on their will to control themselves. What kind of spirit is in front of you when you're looking at that physical being? That person that wants to be your friend, what kind of spirit do they have? Are they really a kind spirit? Or are they wolves in sheep's clothing? Are they just like Chucky, pretending to be a good guy? But behind the veil, they are the spirit of a serial killer, a soul killer. What type of spirit is in front of you? Because people are not bodies. We have body. People are spirit governing a body with the access to tools, namely mind power, willpower, and emotions. What spirit is in front of you? Because evil spirits will say whatever they need to say out of their mouth, but their behavior will not match. Because it is deception. They are pathological liars. Always lying. You mix a lie with the truth, it is a lie. And pathological narcissist people are people of the lie. They're lying to themselves and they will lie to you. It is deception. It is manipulation. They come to cause chaos. They do not have peace. They hate peace. They come to bring you down because they do not like you. But they will pretend in the love bomb to like you, to love you. But it is a love bomb, which is the first step in the narcissistic abuse cycle. And they bring you up so that it can bring you down in the devalue. And they're going to bring you up again in the Hoover, where they will tell you that they have seen the light, but it's a lie. It is a lie to get your hopes up so that they can break you again. Because that is their aim. To control your soul. To control your mind. To manipulate your emotions. To break your will. So that you're stuck in misery like them. So that you're stuck in suffering consciousness with them. That is what you're dealing with. So do not allow anyone to gaslight you, and do not gaslight yourself into believing that you are not dealing with an evil spirit. You cannot love a demon and a demon cannot love you back. Demons come to destroy. If you try to love a demon, all of your love and kindness and compassion is going to evaporate at the third dimension. So when I say that you have no business, people, being in the third dimension, I mean exactly that. The third dimension is not a place for empathetic people, for light workers, for star seeds, for chosen ones, for indigo children. You have no business being in the third dimension. Get the courage to walk away and stay away. Go no contact, go low contact. Pour all of that love and kindness and compassion back into yourself to revive your energy. If you're pouring into a narcopath, if you're pouring into a pathological narcissist, people, you're pouring into a black hole. You're pouring into a lost soul, a dark soul, a dark force. And black holes only consume light. Stop wasting your light. Stop wasting your life force on the dead. Bury the dead. Let go of the corpse. Do not carry that corpse on your back. It is dead weight.